this is Ben from Ben's Kitchen and Garden, and I am kneeling beside my deck here because I wanted to show these 3 different basils I have growing, and this one right here is in this massive pot that I can't move, so I kind of just set up around this, which is the goofy kneeling like I'm in a basketball photo or something pose. Now this right here is something that I wanted to show with thinking about growing fresh herbs. I see this a lot, like just looking at these 3 different kinds of basils. Many people, especially when I was working at the farmer's market, would say, you know, what kind of basil is this? Or they'd be surprised to know that there were many kinds of basil. And the reason why I bring that up is because typically you are not given a lot of choices when you go to a farmer's market, or especially if you go to any big box store, they might just have one kind of basil. And that's totally fine. It's probably what you imagine basil would be. But this is just a really strong case for growing from seed and choosing specific different herbs or different interesting vegetables, whatever it may be, that really fit something that you're looking for and that are cool and fun to grow. All right, this is a very short video, but if you look at these 3 basils that I have, this is one that I actually purchased from a farmer's market stand, or I was given from a farmer or whatever it was. And if you look, you can see how different it is, and I'm just kind of trimming some of the flowers off it here. But look at the leaf. I mean, it is very small. It is pretty scraggly. It's grown in the exact same conditions as these other 2. There's nothing wrong with it. The flavor is pretty sharp, but it is nothing like these other 2. And one of the strongest points of starting things from seed is that you get to have complete control over what you grow. I never would have picked this to grow. Like if I was looking like for different basils or thinking about what I'm going to grow this year, this one is so scraggly, the leaves are so small, it's just not what I envision and not what I want for basil. Now if you look at the second one here, I've talked about it, and I'll post a link of what it is. It's something like Mammolo, I think it's called. And this one has a much bigger leaf. It's got a really nice dark green, beautiful shaped leaf. It's grown great. It doesn't flower, it doesn't look like this where it's all scraggly and tall. It is delicious. It's got a little bit of a rounder flavor, still pretty intense, definitely similar to this one as far as intensity. And to be honest, I don't even know what this one is. It's some sort of traditional basil. But you can see the dark green leaf, you can see the round shape, you can see the size of it. It's really pretty fun. And this last one, the amazing reason why I'm doing this video is because I have this really awesome lettuce leaf basil growing here. You can see now I'm leaning over my deck, but I can't move this giant steel pot because it is so heavy. And if you look at the leaf here, like look at this leaf. When I've had people come over and they're like, what is that? I can't believe that's basil. And that's just part of the fun of choosing interesting things to grow. But this leaf right here, I mean, if you look at my hand, you know, it's bigger than my hand, right? And it's basil, it's all basil, and it's just so incredibly delicious. And I just always remember, I was talking to someone at the farmer's market one time, or maybe someone I farm for, and they said, like, you can grow anything you want, but it doesn't mean people are going to buy it. And when you're at home, you're not trying to sell it. So if I was trying to sell this at a farmer's market, someone might come up and say, I don't know what that is, or why would I want basil that big? But when I'm at home, in which I've been doing this week, making sandwiches, this leaf right here fits perfectly on one piece of bread, and it is absolutely delicious. Much milder, much rounder flavor, but it's just a really fun plant. Something interesting, something you don't see at every big box store, and it's eye-catching too. So one of the big things that I always think about when I'm starting things with seed is I can go out and I could buy probably this or certainly this basil anywhere. But I want to grow cool things, and I want to grow things that are fun and different, and I don't have to worry about trying to market them and sell them and worry about whatever it may be that people are interested in. So from a standpoint of just a home gardener, there's nothing better than finding cool, interesting things to grow and then having them be the centerpiece of your backyard or your garden or whatever it is you're eating. So quick video, but just a reminder that, you know, try something new, because you don't have to sell it. You don't have to worry about making money back on it. And at the end of the day, if it doesn't work, then you just say, oh, well, I spent $3 on seed. Not a big deal. For more cooking and gardening and more herbs discussion, you can check out benskitchenandgarden.com.